Hello again. We're just going to pick up where we were earlier, about an hour or so before, playing Hearts of Iron 4 co-op with myself as the United Kingdom and BrassGecko as the Democratic State of Japan. And let's just get right back into it. All right, where were we? Right.
About to help the world burn.
And by help the world burn, you mean, yeah, essentially help the world burn, yeah. So, how much prep will you need for a war deck versus Germany?
I don't think almost any, to be honest.
Okay.
It just meant, like, if we want my fleet over, say, to assist in the Mediterranean, or something like that, then yeah, I'll need a little bit of time for it to move. But this very limited axis, I mean,
Okay. Well, I mean,
you know, we've removed the historic Axis presence from the Pacific.
right. Okay. I mean, I'm certainly comfortable just starting it now and having you come over when you're able to.
Or, I mean, if I even need to.
If you even need to, yeah.
Maybe I just keep building up, because if we do end up going to war with the Comintern, I'm going to be a front line for that.
Yeah. Hello, Beckaloo. Good to see you, man. But yeah, I'm okay. Well then, I mean, we also have France here. We have a lot of other nations ready to go. So if
Yeah. I mean, generally we've seen that your fleets plus France's fleets can pretty well deal with whatever Germany and Italy have.
Yeah.
But if you want the extra assistance, I'll definitely start sailing.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, but I definitely think it's we need to wait to get you in position between what France and I have in place. So
my fleet's already partway over because it was hanging out next to Singapore for no particular reason.
Yes, I'm sure. Alright, I'm gonna get my fleets in a more aggressive posture.
I can come straight up the Suez and set some patrol orders in the Mediterranean if you want.
Okay, that'd be good. Yeah, because I'll mostly focus on the channel and the Baltic if you want to be.
Yeah,
more...
tell you what, if you have one, if you can afford to split, set a blocking fleet around Gibraltar.
Okay.
And I'll do search and destroy in the Eastern Mediterranean, and we can maybe just keep Italy's fleets bottled up from going anywhere, even if I don't even know if they'd want to, but looks like France's fleet's already patrolling in there.
Yeah.
So we can maybe just keep them from doing much of anything.
Yeah, I've got a fleet ready that can tackle that.
All right. Yeah, we can give that a try.
All right. So
I don't know if there's any way to see like an ETA on a fleet.
you can, if you hover over the arrow, it'll tell you usually.
Hover over the
Yeah,
arrow.
if they're in motion, the kind of
there it is.
the movement arrow. In the past, anyway. I don't know if that's
Okay.
the case.
Yeah. Once it's unpaused, it might update.
Gotcha. So I'm gonna have my submarines definitely searching and destroying now. Was that you pinging?
Yeah, I was just marking where my fleet's headed
Okay.
to make sure I knew how to do that.
It's a very aggressive sound. I was like, what?
Is it? I don't think I've actually heard it.
It's like, well, here.
It's not actually making a noise for me.
Is your game audio on?
It is. I'm hearing soothing waves.
It's a little spooky.
I don't think it would be music, and that's the only sound I have turned down.
Yeah, I definitely don't have music on.
Well, let me know if there's ever one of those that I really need to see, because...
Will do. Alright, I've got my fleets in search and destroy. I'll set up my air stuff once they're all in place. Let's say we declare some war here.
Unpause for just a minute and see if I get a ETA. Yeah, it's not telling me exactly, but it looks like it shouldn't be too long.
Okay. Alright, here we go.
Is that coup about ready as well?
That'll be August. So ideally, once we're kind of already pushing,
Okay.
they'll come out. All right, but let's start with speed 1, as all these things.
I guess I'll accept that.
We appreciate your help in this time. All right, so let me get my naval stuff sorted out here. I mean my air support.
What's your estimate on Germany's division number, by the way?
71 to 182.
Okay. Actually, would you like me to try to deal with Italy and Africa?
They are certainly, yeah. If you want to work on that, would have no complaints about that.
Ideally, I would have had this naval invasion planning for a while, I guess. But
I suspect you'll.
or wait, I can just land.
Yeah, you don't have to do a full.
In your territory.
Yeah, exactly. So let me get my carriers doing carrier things here. Definitely set up some invasion routes here, because I sure as hell know France isn't going to be doing it. So yeah, the part... Oh, that's a terrible looking offensive line. One of the interesting parts of warfare is, of course, setting up your offensive line and your front line, which can be a little awkward if it does not behave or act how you expect it to act.
Or if they decide to just leave a bunch of places open.
Yep. But it's still a very cool tool, but can get a little weird.
Yeah. Just gotta watch it.
Yeah. Alright, that should be fine. Hoping that my allies, the French, don't just stand there and wait while I go in. Which has definitely happened in the past.
Alright, I have some troops on the move.
Alright, let's go back to speed 1. Well, sure.
Attention!
Wait, France has joined the Canadian-German war? Wait, what?
I think maybe Canada called them into our war.
Why would Canada? Okay.
Because Quebec.
Sure. Okay.
Canada is just asserting some dominance.
They're like, look, we can be our own people.
Yes, sir!
How have you lost 1,000 people already?
Who?
You.
I haven't.
I show you have taken 867 casualties.
I don't know how that's possible. I guess I have my volunteer troops that have been there for a while.
Oh, right.
I haven't started anything yet.
Because France has a few as well,
Yeah.
and they had the volunteers over there. See, Francis started up the naval fund.
Really? I think we're having ourselves a world war here, Russ.
Yes. Got an Italian fleet backed up by German planes over around Malta.
Yugoslavia must make a choice.
I forgot how weird units can be about naval transport orders.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Looks like you need more air cover for your fleet. That's a lot of naval bombers.
Luxembourg and Netherlands want to walk through our territory, which I am more than happy to let them.
The Kingdom of Romania wants to provide 9 of R1A on a monthly basis.
Is it like a,
What is the R1A?
is it like a new drug?
Ready.
Should really tell me what this is
Yeah.
if they want to send it to me.
Like, no, trust us. It's cool.
It'll take 9 convoys, and we promise it's worth it.
Keep on moving.
You know what? Sure, we'll take your probably weird, old, obsolete stuff.
Keep your distances.
We can always give it to the East Indies. Poland would like a non-aggression pact.
Really wish if an allied nation is right with you at a borderline, they'll attack with you. Especially if
I
we're,
think if you do the battle plans,
yeah,
sometimes they'll try to coordinate with that a little bit.
yeah, I've got battle plans for both fronts, and
Come on.
they're not really into it.
They might still be preparing.
Yeah.
They really don't like going in without some of the bonuses stacked up, I don't think.
I mean, it's just these mountains we gotta probably get past and it'll be a little smoother, but could use it. Wouldn't hurt, basically.
All in. Ready.
British Malay have given me multiple
Ready.
units now. They're gonna go join the front. Hang on a second. I got a few suddenly very interesting events here that I can fire. McDonald proposal. Let's see what happens here.
Ready to move.
Huh. Some events to pull more people in.
Yep. That was the Alliance Treaty of 1373 or something.
I have 200 kind of obsolete, but not terrible fighters deploying to the Mediterranean,
Okay.
since Crete was empty.
Listen up.
Or actually, I guess I could go stick him on Gibraltar.
Stick what on there?
Or Sardinia. I'm just trying to figure out where my planes will give the best cover right now.
I mean, there's a bunch of allied airports near the Italian and German border in France.
Yeah, I'm heading. Well, I want to be able to cover the Mediterranean fights first.
Okay. France has a pretty big air base in
Province.
Tunisia.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Tunisia. Yep. That's not a bad one either. Oh, they've actually got some planes there already.
Yeah, but it's got lots of room though.
Yeah, just I'm gonna cover a different part from a little bit further north. I have found a single Italian destroyer.
Job done.
It's not going to go well for it. Oh, he's got some subs with him.
Qalten.
Well, Germany's pretty stressed now all along its border, so now that we're there, Belgium's there, uh, Netherlands, like that whole pocket, certainly drawing their attention a little bit.
I'm not sure Italy's fleets really want to engage here.
Move out. Keep on attacking. Ready, sir.
I see my admiral gains overall command of a bunch of these fights.
Yeah, not a whole lot of movement, unfortunately, on the two major fronts. Well, we've gotten a few provinces here and there, but
Yeah, I mean, you get those fortifications to deal with first.
Yeah. So, definitely.
Honestly, if it's not looking super good, just hang out
Yeah,
and
I know,
let them
I know.
smash themselves into you.
I don't just let them go. Definitely have them pause and regather themselves. It's time for a new group, though.
Orders! Ready, sir!
My fleet is doing something that I haven't told it to, I think. I'm not sure what I've clicked, but it says we cannot give orders while retreating.
Hmm.
Oh, the Italians just lost a battle cruiser, so there's that.
Keep moving! Let's go! Ready to move!
There are a lot of messy little naval fights going on.
Yes, there are. They mostly seem to be going
Keep your
okay in
distance.
general, at least for me. But
Yeah, most of my ships haven't really engaged so far.
Let's go!
But right now, my fleet's just trying to like do things and it won't let me give it orders.
Unmoving!
oh, we're killing lots of Italian convoys at least.
attacking!
It's very awkward when I can't even see the numbers of the forces across the front line. Guessing that's a decryption thing.
Yeah, I believe so.
Let's go! Go, go, go!
See, why is this? We have French people going. That doesn't make sense, but all right.
Have you met Germany's fleet at all?
No, it's mostly Italy's. A little bit of their planes in the Baltic, but no.
Yeah, there's some sort of large fleet thing happening up there. Well, one side of it at least. Huh, Italy has a group of 56 destroyers in the Central Med at least. That's a lot of little ships.
Yeah.
Orders! Listen up! Attention!
These giant fleets just smashing each other's convoys.
Listen up!
Oh, hey, it looks like my fleet finally found someone.
Move out!
Time to find out if they're worth anything. Well, I've got like 100 French bombers with me.
It looks like we, in terms of air superiority, we definitely have everything but the Channel and Baltic. That's where most of Germany's advantage seems to be.
Yeah. Nice. Took down a heavy cruiser at least. Wait, took down like all their heavy cruisers? Look at the fight going on by Malta right now. I don't know if it's rolling several things into one. No, those are all Japanese names for sunk by.
The battle, which battle? There's a few here.
The 51-58 one.
Yeah, 4 cruisers, jeez.
Looks like they just lost a battle cruiser and a battleship to the French in a different one. Yeah, that's one of my carriers. Getting all the kill credits. Or, yeah, 3 of my characters getting all the credits. Alright, it's good to see that my navy isn't worthless after all that effort I put into them. That would have been pretty depressing. Give them that entire tree of research. My best admiral. And then they all just fall apart or something.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's good to know that having that much research and people put into it actually does something.
Taking aim!
Looks like my destroyers are holding their own too. And I was not sure about that because a lot of those destroyers are like beginning of the game, early models.
Hmm.
So I lost 7 planes, and it looks like one of your Commonwealth planes was lost in exchange for 41 destroyers, 6 heavy cruisers, and a light cruiser.
Yeah, but that plane, though.
Irreplaceable.
Cancel the war.
Ready to move!
What? 0 war participation. Did you see what I just did to their fleet?
Kind of a snarled mess up here by Germany.
Yeah.
I mean, we've slowly been pushing.
Yeah, it's definitely progress. Looks like pretty much a stalemate down by Italy.
Yeah, those goddamn mountains, man.
Keep on moving.
Yeah, I have some guys just about in the area who can maybe help with that.
If I can get France to go with me at the same time, it's different. But actually, we've captured one province, so it's not a complete stalemate. But
Italy's got some guys out by Africa,
oh,
so my fleet maybe needs to head over there.
that's fine. I think we can stabilize and push slowly up here if you want to try and see to Africa a little bit.
I think actually France is doing just fine in Africa. So what I'm gonna try to do is shepherd my ground forces through to like Egypt
Okay.
and stage a naval invasion out of Alexandria.
Toward landing where?
Italy.
Oh, okay, cool.
Maybe head for Sicily first or something. So I don't know how I feel about granting access and stuff to all these communist groups.
Well, we can always resend it. I've at the very least been granting it to the Benelux because I need to get up there and help them.
Orders.
Yeah, that's fair.
And again, you can always take it back.
Non-aggression pact request from China.
Yeah, we're really not being or our naval superiority is pretty absolute here. All these battles have been pretty overwhelming.
Yeah. I might lose some of my troop transports here though. I meant to shift my fleet back, then there was that weird period where they weren't really following orders.
Ready, sir. Attention.
Let me pause it just 1 second to do some planning stuff.
Yeah, sure. Get your front lines squared away again.
I mean, the Italy one's more or less fine. It's just getting the Germany one. I mean, we're actually pushing. We actually pushed a decent amount into Germany now that some time has passed.
It looks like you're doing way better casualty wise against Italy.
Yeah, they've.
Like 2 to 1.
Yeah.
And it looks like you're at least breaking even with Germany, so that's all seems just by the numbers reasonably promising.
Yeah,
There's no meat grinder.
par for the course, it seems. I'm gonna get this thing over here.
Move out.
Okay. I guess Canada just isn't interested in becoming free. They don't want to spend the points on it.
They just want the options. Hey, if we wanted,
We could totally beat it.
get out of here.
But we don't want to, so.
Ready to move.
Alright, probably do a little bit of speed too. If you're good. But I'm fine on
Yeah, that should be fine for now.
Okay. gonna watch for battle things coming up, so I know, so I know that France is going in or not. 1 second. Switzerland wants to move our troops, their troops through our territory. Sure. Good to see you, Switzerland.
They can't have too much left.
No. I mean, I don't know, they got a decent, maybe a dozen?
Yeah.
Ready, sir.
How was it a defeat when I... Yeah, some of these... Okay, whatever. Some of these naval results are a little weird.
Yeah, I mean sometimes it's just your fleet was disengaging.
Yeah.
Ready to move. Keep on attacking. Lance. All in. Orders.
Poor Poland. So your volunteers finally fell apart.
Well, actually, it's a limited engagement. They came back a little while ago. I didn't send them back.
Yes, sir. Lance. Move out.
Yeah, it's definitely still awkward to have have battles alongside AI in terms of fronts on their land.
Yeah. I remember it being nice when the AI just gave me all of theirs the one time.
Yeah, it's like let me handle this.
Give me your mans.
It's just the coordination is so clumsy now.
Listen up. Come on. All in. Yes, sir. Come on. Come on. Ready to move.
Hang on one sec. I've got some awkward frontline stuff happening now.
All right.
Listen up. Ready to move.
Okay, let them reorganize like that. They were getting confused with the Benelux borders and kind of curling upwards.
Yeah. Since we're not allied with them,
Yeah,
all those armies are pretty well mixed in up there.
yeah. It's kind of a cluster. To really have a good idea of what progress is being made by whom, but things are happening at least.
Poland is studying the foreign tanks.
They say. What if we use tanks that aren't ours?
Pushing them back, sir.
Wait a second.
Yes, sir.
Is that an amphibious landing
Where?
on the north coast of Germany by like Greece and Canada?
Huh. I do believe it is. Good on 'em, I guess.
And the Raj, the whole Commonwealth went in.
Wow.
Not necessarily looking too good there, but
It's gonna distract them at least, which is
Germany's trying to close the beachhead there.
yeah. Though if they keep pushing on Poland, they'll soon meet the rock bed of the Soviets. So
Orders.
all right, one more pause for now that my front line is where I want it to be. specifically we want our...
Are all those green arrows in Italy them just trying hopeless attacks? Because that's pretty grim looking.
Yeah, that's, well, the battles?
Yeah.
No, these are all defense.
Yeah, just Italy trying
Oh,
hopeless
Italy,
attack.
yeah, I thought you meant France trying desperately.
Orders!
Okay.
Ready to move!
The Australians are on their way in. Or is it Australia or New Zealand?
Where?
Australia.
Uh,
They're coming up past India. I think that's my first land combat in this war.
Orders!
Oh, down there in Africa? Or
Yeah. A single out of supply Italian division that I cut off.
looks like they don't have a whole lot of troops down there, thankfully.
No, I'm trying to just take important bits and head north into Egypt.
Sounds good.
Or maybe I don't even need to if I can just play whack-a-mole with these last couple
Yeah.
and let France clean it up.
Ready to move!
I now have an invade Ireland event that I currently can't do because Norway and France haven't capitulated, but it's interesting that it's there.
Everything else is terrible. I'm taking this.
So yeah, this feels like we're making progress.
I think so.
It's not fast progress, but more never is, especially in this game.
Yes, sir! Let's go! Odds!
So yeah, it seems like Navy certainly hasn't been too much of a problem, except up here in the north a little bit. Just mostly. I'm gonna move my fleets out of here for the most part. It seems to be where a lot of the. Though if the Germans
Looks
are
like
flying them up there, they're not flying them down on the front. So I think I'm okay with that. And Hungary pushing?
yeah. Looks like Italy has the last few heavy cruisers up there
Yeah.
in the Baltic, backed up by a lot of close air support from Germany. Like, I don't have enough fighters to deal with that mess up there. Well, I guess I have enough that they could try to help. I did move some more over. I don't know if there's any air bases in range of most of those fights that I'm allowed to use.
Keep your distance!
My poor Marines being sent through the mountains.
That's not where
Ready,
they.
sir!
That's not where they should go.
Fall in!
It's worked out pretty well, though.
Yeah.
Attention!
Well, they might disagree since a dust storm just kicked off, apparently. Or sandstorm.
Move out!
But I think they just... Yep, there we go. Overran in the last Italian division in Ethiopia. Anything they have left is up on the northern coast.
Oh yeah, it's a wicked looking sandstorm. I remember when the Japanese invaded Africa during World War II, don't you?
Liberated,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yes, sorry. Invaded is not the correct term. As the leader of the Allies, we're not invaders, we're defenders of freedom.
Ready! Ready, sir! Go, go, go!
There are alarming noises sometimes if you have it zoomed all the way in.
Yeah, I tend not to keep it zoomed in for too long. It's a little much.
Attention! Yes, sir!
Well, my Italy general has Mountaineer, unsurprisingly.
Orders! Fall in!
Well, Portuguese fleets aren't doing very well. Yeah, sure.
That was abrupt. German interest in Scandinavia or at war.
Well, at this point, interest is gimme gimme.
Gonna move some closer support over to the Italian border. It's not too many planes, but it's some.
Every little bit counts.
See what else I've got in reserve still.
Orders!
Oh ho.
Oh, I guess neither of them are aligned. That's awkward. Okay, well, then I feel like this is just appropriate. Well, do I want to invite? Yeah, I might as well.
Well, that's gonna get messy real fast. I
Ready!
feel like Yugoslavia is about to get crushed.
Well, I mean, they were about to be crushed by the Axis now in general, so it made sense to at least
Yeah.
try and give them some support.
That beachhead up north in Germany is not looking too good.
Yeah, I don't know if that wasn't a well a smart thing for them to do, but I appreciate their moxie. I actually really want Germany to push to Soviet. I want them to open the floodgates there. Weird how all these wars are kind of just small bits of the same larger war.
Yeah. Also, this is what I remember France doing before, where they'd almost take things from Italy, and then just leave these single divisions who would run around and start taking chunks back. Just looking at the coast of North Africa.
Yeah. Is this Greece again? Oh, I see. It's Australia doing their landing on Italy.
France wants my help in their war efforts.
Yeah, these are all...
Aren't we in the same war?
Yeah, it's... We've got these partial things happening here. Which are all the same conflict, ultimately, but...
Keep your distance!
Oh, I see. It's slowly consolidating all these.
Yeah. Huh.
Yes, sir! Ready! Ready, sir! All in! Move out!
Good. Maybe we'll see some Soviet action now.
Wait. Or was that just...
I think that was...
Oh, that was Poland's whole alliance. Oh, okay. Well, now we see what happens on that border.
Not sure why there's 0 fights happening right now. That's very confusing. No one expects the English coup. Oh my god. Do you see that? They declared war on us.
Wait, what?
Oh, the German Republic.
You better get them into the Allies immediately.
I'm trying to. God fucking damn it. How? Okay. That's ridiculous. A democratic republic.
They've got a really good diplomat running around everywhere.
Fuck. I couldn't even hit pause by the time that all happened.
I'm so happy right now. I was about to make the joke like,
Well, look how much
better and minor
look how
quick
much-
before
Look how much
the Soviets gobble them up.
look how much territory they got though. Like,
Yeah, it's a fair chunk.
good on them, man. Whatever.
They have like a dozen military factories. It's a pretty big chunk. They apparently have 1,000 planes.
Okay, well we've got military access. Okay, hang on. This changes my fronts quite a bit. I mean, whatever. I don't care that they're not in the Allies. Ultimately, it's fine. I just want that chunk of Germany gone, and that's what happened. So.
I've got another carrier in 2 months.
Ready to move.
I need to fix my front lines here now.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to cut off Italy from the rest of the Axis through this new patch of Germany. So why are there no fights? I guess there's a few here, but I'm really confused why there's no fights along the Iron Curtain, basically.
There's been a landing in Italy, it looks like.
Yeah, the Australians, right?
Yeah, now is that somewhere I can get?
Yeah, you have access to that port now, so.
Oh, I see which one it is. I'm gonna go for it. I'm committing to that pretty heavily.
Okay. I'm mostly going to be staying where
Ready, sir.
I've been, so.
Orders. Yes, sir.
How's the Comintern able to do that, though? That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
They're 90% democratic. But hey, we made modern Germany, so.
Commands. Yes, sir. All in.
Hey, there's some resistance to occupation in Ethiopia. I'm really worried about this.
That's on you.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm okay with this.
Yeah, I didn't really see the successful landing since it's still green.
Hmm.
Is the boot of Italy still green for you? Like Italy's color?
The whole boot isn't. But Australia has the same kind of green color that Italy does, so.
I must have something set.
Well, no, I mean, like, again, Australia has a
Wait.
very similar green color, so if you're looking at
There we go.
just in factions or in default, then they'll look very similar. But if you go faction, you can see it very clearly.
Where do I click that?
That's the star in the lower right of the map modes.
There it is. Alright. I knew I was missing something.
Ready to move.
I gotta say that coup worked really great. Like ultimately, despite them not getting the allies.
Very disruptive.
Yeah. Because we gained all those forces as, at the very least, not fighting us. And at the best case scenario, fighting the Germans. The Nazi Germans.
Keep moving. Ready.
I'm gonna go to speed 2 for a little bit, unless you need one.
Hold up a second.
Okay.
Alright, 2 should work now.
Speed 2I.
Move out.
I did that and clicked something really
Ready,
bad.
sir.
1 second.
Move out. Attention. Ready.
Wait, great news.
Legionary of Romania? I thought that was.
I mean, they're not allies, but it's common turn.
Oh, yeah.
Taking aim. Come on. Ready. Ready. Keep your distance. Pull in.
Oh no, Croatia!
Ready.
This is such a complete mess of a war.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's kind of cool.
good to know that coups are that effective. I guess there's a chance of them failing, but
Huh.
yeah, everybody's getting in on this.
I see there is some serious action along the USSR-Germany border now.
Good. Okay. Good. Hopefully they should start pushing. Hello, everybody from Pentex's channel. Thanks for hosting me. Welcome aboard. We are haphazardly trying to stop Germany from doing Germany things.
Well, I've made good progress on the bottom of the boot. So if Italy gets their act together, there's at least some room to fall back.
And that's all in Australia's name, right? Or that's their territory technically, but that doesn't matter for when it gets conferenced.
Yep, the current owner is Australia.
Those wacky Aussies. So
And
tempted.
their democratic Japanese friends.
You know, as there were at the time. Upgrade our equipment.
Well, we saw that coming.
Yeah. I mean, we tried to help them. It's not our fault.
Listen up!
Yeah, I really want to know how those Comintern diplomats got to the democratic Germans so fast. Like they were the first ones on the phone,
Come on!
They're just fast talking.
I guess. Bad news, the United States has canceled their Lend-Lease to me. This is the end.
Fall in!
Probably means they're headed for War Plan Red.
God, That's the one that I think it is. That would be awkward. So I want to get this going, but not yet. But what the real question is, how soon can I annex the British Malaya? Not quite soon enough. It's getting close though. Though now that they've helped out a little bit with the war, they gained some points back. How's this push doing?
Order!
Get some better encryption on the way. Decryption.
Under fire!
The Soviets are determined to take Sicily.
Wait, how are they even? Where are the? Did they land there too?
They landed right
Oh,
there.
jeez. I mean, let them have it, I guess, but
What? Are you crazy?
that doesn't mean they'll get to keep it. What's the German Republic doing right now? Interesting.
Come on!
Getting a nice push into Italy finally, from the mountain range anyway.
Excellent. Yeah, sometimes it seems like if you get a distraction further south, they pull a lot of units away from the mountains. Which, I mean, can't blame them, I guess.
Yeah.
But I remember that happening before.
Sweden is not interested in joining a faction. I guess Sweden is actually technically not in the war, but Norway is. Right. It was Denmark and Norway that got pulled in, but not the other two Scandinavian countries.
Yeah, not yet at least. Yeah, the Soviet Union hasn't gone after Finland.
Yet. So how are things over in your half of the world? Seems pretty quiet.
Haven't been watching.
I mean,
Just been trying to keep an eye on my fleet and everybody
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, for some of our newer joiners to the stream, I'm playing the UK. My friend here, BrassGecko, is playing Democratic Japan. And this is the current state of things in 1940. We're basically at war with the Axis. Not necessarily friendly with the Comintern, but we're on the same side of the same conflict. So for now, we're friends because our enemy is our enemy. And this landing here in northern Germany is still going strong. I forget who's. Oh, that was Portugal's landing.
That might be a new one then.
That wasn't one of
The previous one I think was Greece, backed up by Australia.
Okay.
Not Australia. Greece backed up by the Raj.
Gotcha. Oh, right, yeah.
Orders?
Alright, it's just Sicily left.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is
See if I can beat the Soviets across the edge of Sicily.
That capitulation is going to make this a lot more difficult, actually, now that I think about it. So I was trying to push towards that Allied territory to try and cut off Italy from the rest of Axis, but now that whole part of Yugoslavia is just Axis now.
Yeah.
That means
Yeah, don't get strung out
this
too
current
thin.
push is actually not a good idea now.
And remember that Switzerland could end up falling. They're still losing some ground bit by bit.
Yeah, I think I might instead push towards the Mediterranean instead of inward.
Under fire!
All you really need to do there at the moment is hold the line, it looks like.
Yeah.
Though actually, it's starting to look a little bit rough down here.
I mean,
At
I
least
could-
moved some more troops down, I guess.
I could push them down, just down through Italy, to be honest.
Orders?
Because the
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't hurt.
I have two fronts. The one coming in from the mountains is rolling right now, or it was. So I might actually have them meet.
Ready!
Yeah, if you can just close off a giant pocket around that Swiss front,
Yeah.
that'd be a lot of divisions.
Alright, let's do this then.
And it would maybe give you the option then to just, like, if you reach the coast at Venice,
Yeah, just cut them off.
That would
is gonna
at
be
least-
is gonna be the key.
it would split Italy.
Yeah.
And then we could try to squish them.
Yes, Belgium, I won't attack you. We can be friends. Sure. No complaints here.
Same thing as what's been happening, just now it's formal.
Yeah.
Orders! Commands! resistance! Qalten! Qalten! Listen! Guns!
Who's leading this push in the by Yugoslavia? Oh, it's Greece.
There's Italian troops over there, but Greece is getting crushed.
Greece and Yugoslavia. Okay.
They were holding all right for a bit.
Ready to move!
It's a Greek division just running up the Italian coast
Moving!
with basically no support behind them. I guess it's a French division helping out.
Seems like most of the naval battles get kind of calmed down.
Yeah, I think most of the Navy is gone down there. It's just been convoy intercepts
Yeah.
in the Mediterranean. I set up some port strike missions for my naval bombers just to keep them busy, but I haven't seen them find any real targets. Still definitely naval bombers, though.
Yeah, yeah. Just not the same kind of spam that we were seeing before. Still can't do my Tizzard mission with the U.S., which is disappointing, but
I haven't even checked in on them at all yet. All right, Sicily is ours,
nice.
except for the part that isn't. But you know,
More importantly, it's not theirs. How's it going? Nice Yahoo. Thank you very much for the host, Hewlett. Appreciate it. Said I have no notifications on. I may have to fix that then. Didn't realize that they weren't firing. Checking that real quick, actually. So is Hewlett streaming similar kind of content? What's been his streams about recently?
Ready, sir! Yes, sir!
Let's be all about this push here, about this push. So I'm going to try and pinch both the northeast and northwest parts of it, parts of Italy. It's going very slow though, to say the least.
Yeah, no worries. I've got the southern part stabilized. So I'll just sit here with all of the allied groups for a little bit. Do you have a fleet there helping to shell?
Whereabouts, sir?
Just anywhere along the coast where you're pushing. It makes a pretty good difference.
Yeah, actually, that's true. I could probably bring some down.
That's mostly what I've been using my fleet for now that the
Yeah, no,
naval
that's
combat.
kind of calmed down up here. Let's do that. Actually, that's a good idea. We're saving up our political points for ideally getting British Malay as soon as possible.
Looks like we had Canada just unsuccessfully tried to land at Rome.
Oh, really?
Fought off by Italian cavalry.
We're slowly pushing down. We've got about 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 provinces to the coast there, and about 3 to the Bologna, but Austria-Hungary is, I mean, actually doing a pretty decent job on behalf of Axis here, unfortunately.
Yeah. They had some soft targets, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a lot of it. I think there were a bunch of Italian armies over there for a while. Looks like not anymore.
Oh, actually, have you seen this? The German Republic is pushing from the east. In Germany.
Yeah.
I guess they just shipped over there to the USSR and started pushing.
Well, I show it as Soviet control.
No, not like here. This is
Yeah, but look,
if you look the
controller.
the actual
I see that as controller of Soviet Union,
that's
the northern bit. I mean, yeah, it shows up German Republic on the map.
yeah, but it's
But
it's
the
occupied
owner.
by the German Republic as well.
Yeah, so that might mean that it's the Soviets doing their thing. Well, the one of them just switched colors to Soviet.
Hmm.
One of the connecting bits just south of where you put that marker. Some map weirdness going on with these mixed fronts here.
Attention!
So we need to figure out what these boys are doing here. Might reallocate them.
It has some difficulty deciding what's good news and what's bad news.
It's to our current situation. It's good news, I'd say. Of the kind of news we could receive, it's
Yeah, it's just the one commenter group capitulated and it was like, good news. And they take a country, good news.
yeah, good news, everybody. So are you trying to push up the boot right now, or are you just
Yeah.
okay?
If it starts looking ugly, I'm not gonna put too much into it.
Sure.
But so far it's working pretty
Yeah.
nicely.
Yeah, I am concerned about what how the Comintern will behave once the Axis is dealt with.
That's when it'll get interesting.
I'm sure it'll just be a peaceful kumbaya. Such God, they just hold all of that.
Just everybody goes their own way to their own respective
We just-
spheres
we
of
just- We just
influence.
have a quiet few decades of peace and prosperity.
Everybody heads to space.
Yep. A shared space victory. I believe that's in this game, right? The space victory. Just building up pieces of the space shuttle.
Attention! Yes, sir!
My purple boys at.
Attention!
Oh, they're.
Listen up!
Yoink.
Nice. See, that's great news. That's news I can use. So close. So close to getting that British Malaya.
The light tanks of Japanese democracy.
Firing
Rolling
democracy
into
with
Rome.
firing democracy with every shell. That was I believe that was a Guns N' Roses album, right? Japanese democracy.
Sounds about right.
Ready to move! Ready to move!
These guys are just not making a lot of progress. Of course, the French are just hanging out as well. There's one guy here. Come on, guys. Oh, hello. No, thank you. Sure. There's been a few lend-lease attempts by my Commonwealth subjects, and I'm onto their games. That's not how you. That's not gonna fly with me. Gotta set up some more production, more construction.
Well, I think we've got this war.
Which war? The current war?
Yes.
That's a very. It's an interesting amount of confidence you have there. Well, but what about what about the next war?
There goes Italy.
The overwhelming presence of Japanese forces. Nicely done.
Yeah, I got a lot of supplies from that.
Same. Well, not a lot. I got about 2K of stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna do a pause because most of my pushing was all about Italy there. Get all my ducks in a row.
Do I see it right that it's France and Australia who have to manage that?
No, you hold. Well, I mean, we haven't done.
Oh wait, there's the state of Japan.
Yeah, it won't actually get locked in until the actual conference. But yeah, right now you.
Yeah, I couldn't see my name on that part.
Yes, I remember when Australia took half of Italy in World War II. All right, so. Most of my forces are kind of in the middle, in the Alps-ish region. We're probably trying to clean up these pockets here, and then maybe establish a push through Austria-Hungary to kind of where, like, from basically here to there.
Well, before you get too into the details,
Yeah, no, we should.
I got some bad news
No,
for
I know.
you.
I knew it was coming. I'm just saying. Next time we can set it up that way.
Yeah, I was watching their capitulation slider and thinking that maybe that would be a better stopping point.
Okay.
But yeah, that's about where I need to call it for the night.
Fair enough. But we're gonna do this again soon. We got to see how this turns out. Once we're finished with Germany, we got to maybe deal with the communists. Maybe not.
Yeah, probably have to.
But yeah, probably at some point this week, maybe this weekend, one or two. See how it goes. Let me say.
Good stuff, sir.
Yeah. Let me save it real quick, just in case. Alrighty. I'll see you later, man.
Laters.
Quick shout out to the two guys who gave me some nice hosting today. Just give you kind of a heads up about what this channel is going to be doing. It's very similar stuff to, you know, playing strategy games with friends, doing deep dives on all sorts of weird games, playing new games for the first time, getting, you know, chatting about their game design, their mechanics, trying to kind of analyze things, and then late nights I'll play some first-person shooters like Quake Champions, Painkiller, you know, like that kind of stuff. Just kind of talk about why I like these games. But if any of this sounds appealing, go ahead and give me a follow. Would really appreciate it. Trying to get something started here. Try and stream at least once a day, for anywhere from an hour to 3 like these. This is kind of a 6-hour day for streaming for playing Hearts of Iron. So would really appreciate any follows that you can bring me. But that'll do it for now. I think we'll probably do it for tonight. Been playing 6 hours of this, so I'm a little burned out. But yeah, thanks for the hosts, Pentax and Hewlett, and their communities for checking this out. And again, hope to see you guys again soon.